Hello, this is Carolyn Cushing of Soul Path Sanctuary, and today I want to share with you a reading that we did for the trip that I'm going to be leading in September on the Greek mysteries. This is a trip that was originally designed by Rachel Pollack based on past pilgrimages that she had made to Greece. And she is unable to come on the trip, so I am kind of facilitating on the trip. But Rachel is working with us throughout the year to prepare, to get inspiration, to find our way to making a pilgrimage that will be renewing and transformative for each one of us that goes. And we had a session a few nights ago on invoking the seeds, and we explored the story of seeds in Demeter and Persephone's myth, particularly looking at the hymn of Demeter from the Homeric hymns. And it was quite wonderful. And we ended with a reading for people to do individually about the seed that they're planting now, about the trip and how it might evolve and show them wisdom that they will be developing as they go through this year preparation and then actually on the trip. And then we shared collaboratively, we explored a reading for the trip for us collectively who are going. And people are signing up on globalspiritualstudies.com. And people are considering. And so we're in this time, it's a great time to kind of plant seeds. And I'm going to share the reading that we did. We used the Minoan tarot. And then afterwards, I was reflecting and thinking about the cards in the Shining Tribe, which of course is Rachel Pollack's deck. So today I'm going to share with you those original Minoan cards and some of the comments that we had as we explored the cards as a group. And I'm also going to share the Shining Tribe cards because it's a very interesting story as well. But first, let me show you the reading so you can see it and you can perhaps be something that you want to do for yourself. Oh, let me do this. It's like a current slide. So great. So the seed, the idea of the seed is something that you're planting, we're planting. It is based on a desire and intention. But of course, as seeds grow and develop, they go in unexpected ways. So the seed card is something to tend throughout the whole year as we prepare for the trip, go on the trip, integrate the trip. And this is based on the solstice seed of the new that I do in my e-retreat, Descent and Return of the Light. But the seed card can be something you want to invoke, like you want to cultivate the energy of justice in 2022, and so you pick it. Or you can draw it by chance and be shown, okay, what's the seed that'd be most beneficial for you to tend? And you put that in the middle, and then you arrange the cards around it to give you more information about how to work with the seed. And you can see here at the bottom, we have the soil. The soil is what surrounds the seed. And of course, that soil can be very nurturing, or soil could need amending. It could maybe not have everything you need. There could be some challenges in the soil. Then moving up here, we have the flow, what to be receptive to. This is what could be flowing in to help the seed emerge. And this could be a what, it could be a who, it could be even a person who helps you, or it could be a divine figure. Then from the flow through the seed to the action. This is the next step to take to help that seed emerge. And then finally up here in the sky, the reaching up, this is what the seed can become. Seed can become. This shows you some of the potential of the moment. Of course, things can change, but right now you look at that sky and do you want it? What to do to work towards it? All right, and I'll remind you as we look at the cards what these were, but that is the reading we did. I'll stop the share and come back. And so our first card that we pulled, and I'm going to share it from the Minoan tarot, is this beautiful Art 6. And all of these cards of this deck created by Ellen Lorenzi Prince are actual artworks from the Minoan culture from ancient Crete. And she really just used them. I think there's some slight modifications, but really she's sticking with the Art 6. And someone in our group had been on the trip, had been on a trip to Crete. She had actually seen artwork, the Cretan artwork. And she said, you know, as the seed, us going and seeing this artwork could be transformative, and that it really is beautiful. And just, you know, working with the Minoan tarot ahead of time is a wonderful way to begin to meet the artwork. And then we're going to be going and seeing the art in the places where it was created, on the walls of the Palace of Knossos. So that was wonderful. And this is the musician. And Ellen Lorenzi's Prince, it talks about the musician and the meaning, and this wonderful line of, you know, this provides a direct path to radiance and power, this musician. And this art, 6, art relates to fire, and so energy, and 6, she has her own system of numbers, and this is harmony. So the harmony of creativity, of art, of fire. So the musician making that noise. We also talked a little bit about then, you know, music and a rhythm. Like there can be a rhythm that we can attune to. So this is the seed card from the Minoan tarot, and the seeds show themselves and then they develop, and they develop in interesting ways, sometimes mystery. This is the seed we can be nurturing. It's a very interesting card in the Shining Tribe. So this is the seed card, the same card, but how it is in the Shining Tribe tarot created by Rachel Pollack. And this is the 6 of trees. And the 6 of trees shows this figure with her dog going through this forest. And you can see maybe that there are eyes in the trees. They look a bit like owls. And some of the work that Rachel did with the Shining Tribe and asking wisdom questions, a card showing an owl came up as the answer to what is the soul. So this card is really taking a journey through the forest of souls. And as a seed card for this experience going through the year, preparing, going on the ancient, the mysteries tour, you know, is a journey into your own soul. And then, you know, because we're traveling as a group, the souls of others. So, and this is a perfect pilgrimage card. I think I've used this as kind of an image for the summer program that I do, the e-retreat, Walking the Ways of the Summer Light, which we'll be doing in the summer. And it will have some components that help people prepare for the trip if they want to. So the soil then, the soil that this seed and the trip is planted in is Art 9. So here we're in that same suit of art related to creativity. It's the fire energy, and 9. And in the number system that Ellen has, 9 is consciousness. And this is a young man from moving from boyhood into manhood, who's being initiated into his role as kind of a guardian of the temple. And so this is the soil of being an initiate, going through a rite of passage. And this is, of course, very appropriate as a soil for our souls going on the trip, that the trip can be an initiation, a development of new consciousness. Beautiful card. In the Shining Tribe Tarot, it is the 9 of trees. And right before the call started, Rachel and I were kind of preparing, and as Rachel does, she's always looking to the tarot, you know, what's coming, what to activate. And this was one of the teacher cards that appeared, the 9 of trees. And in the creation of the deck, Rachel has talked about this Inanna and Lilith in the tree. But because Rachel is always dynamic with her teachings, looking at things anew, she said, looking at this, you know, going into our call about Persephone and Demeter, this is Demeter. This is Demeter mourning for her daughter Persephone, who's gone into the underworld. So the soil in which our seed is planted is this story of Demeter and Persephone and the Eleusinian mysteries that it inspired, which was done for hundreds of years, and a secret sacred ritual to help people overcome their fear of death and see the eternal cycle of life and death and rebirth. So that was just very, you know, sometimes the tarot just reflects back something very direct. And this was the soil we were planted in. We went then into the call exploring the story of Demeter and Persephone. Okay, our flow card, here we go. Now we are in another suit. This is the sea suit, of course, relates to the element of water. And we are in 6 again, another card of harmony. And this is the school of fish. This is what Ellen Lorenzi Prince names this in her Minoan tarot. And this is our flow card. So it's beautiful flow. We are flowing. And as school of fish, it's kind of moving communally, how we're moving communally, but everyone's unique. Everyone's kind of bringing their own unique things. And there's even one fish going a slightly different direction. And it is a complex ecology can exist. And to be open to that and be open to the different needs of the group and all of us tending to our own selves and working together to be on this journey together. So it's a beautiful card for going on a group trip. And I promise we pulled these by chance. We really did on the call. In the Shining Tribe, this is the 6 Rivers, which is a card of emergence. And once again, Rachel on the call was talking about, this is for Persephone, emerging from the underworld and gently making her way out. It's also a card that in my mind, I remember kind of Rachel pulling. So I think this is being open to the flow of Rachel's wisdom as we go through and prepare for the trip. Okay. And now to action. The action to take, next step to take is, this is, once again, just beautiful artwork. So much of this deck and the art that we'll see of on the trip in Crete is just this beautiful depiction of the natural world. They're very connected to the natural world. And on the trip, we will be connecting to the artwork and having fun and things like that and seeing the great palaces, but we're also connected to the landscape and the lessons of the landscape, which brings us back to the deepest teachings about divinity, the gods, the goddesses, where they come from. But this is the swallows. And in the book, Ellen Lorenzi Prince says, act with swiftness. So someone in the group said, quick, get your airplane tickets. So that was fun as a thought. And my cat is at the door, but don't worry, in a moment, I'll be able to let her out. In the Shining Tribe, this is the 3 of birds. And the 3 of birds, it's, there as a nod to the 3 of swords card, but it really shows as you move through a challenge or grief or difficult thoughts, as we are in the suit of air, they are transformed. They become light. They become the river. They become the snake of transformation. And I'm actually, I have a great appreciation for even the 3 of swords as a card of where we release, we don't hold on to. And then this in the Shining Tribe is a beautiful depiction really of when we move through the difficulty, the difficult thoughts, the grief, we are transformed, we change, we grow, and we become even more powerful. As you can see, the river, the light, the snake. So next step, the potential of taking the fears, doubts, worries in your life, this is in life going through or about going on the trip, and let yourself dream of the trip and the transformations that might come. All right, and finally, the card of the sky, the potential, is we're back to the suit of art where we started, the suit of creativity, and this is the ace. And the aces are all about individuality. So it's an interesting balance to that card of flowing with communal energy and like our sky, our potential of each one of us developing as individuals in our creativity, our expression. And one of the participants in the group shared that she just felt the resonance, like this reminded her of the world card. And there is this is the necklace, which is kind of showing the mandala of the world card. So aces contain the full potential of their suit. So there is something here of just like great potential for creativity, for our individual growth. And it's also in the Shining Tribe is the Ace of Trees, which I always use this as the image for the seed card. So, you know, planting our seeds and having them grow. So it's kind of full circle is interesting. The potential of we go through the trip, we grow our seeds, and then we plant a new seed. And just very, very final, this was under the art ace. I turned it over. This is the ancestor. It is card 13. It's different than other card 13s. And this is bringing offerings to the ancestors. And that really is an intention of the trip, is to connect with our far back ancestors, our divine ancestors, the gods and goddesses that are in the land, and bring them an offering of, I mean, for each one of us, it might be different, our love, our dedication, and to be in that reciprocal relationship with the divine, with the ancestors, with the greater than. So that's the reading. I just wanted to let you know and invite you to participate. Globalspiritualstudies.com. If you go to the website, in the upper right, it's, you know, about travel. And if you click that, there will be a drop down about the trip. You can read all about the trip. You can see about the preparatory things, going through Soul Path Sanctuary events, and then some special sessions with Rachel Pollack. So I hope you check it out. And I'd love to see you on those events and potentially in Greece. All right, good to be with you. Bye-bye.